Good morning. Welcome to Real Estate Humor Meme Stream. This is where we start off our Wednesday morning or hump day with some humor. Because if you can't laugh in this business, you're not going to last. I've been in the business for 36 years, and I'm always listening to comedy on my. I have a third screen to play entertainment while I'm working, keep my mindset going, and I like funny things in the background just to keep me light. And then I love real estate memes. And so I'm actually part of a Facebook group, which is Real Estate Humor. And we ask you to post there any real estate humor related meme, so we can have fun with it and start our Wednesday mornings off particular with a review of them. And with that said, let's get started. So first one. So sorry to bother you, but your realtor thought something happened to you because you haven't called back about the home you requested more information on. You know, to be honest, when I get requests from these online services from Zillow or from LoopNet, buyers requesting more info, I just know it's nonsense because people who want more information call right away or give you personal information. We as realtors get so excited, we think that really means something. And so we love to send the police over to find out what happened. But the reality is the buyer just wasn't that interested. They clicked in the information box because they thought they might want more, but they really don't want more. It's a step between I'm really interested and I'm not that interested. So next is driving home after showing 10 houses and your client says, we're just going to keep looking. So yeah, we've all been here. So the challenge here is that either it's you or it's them, right? If it's you, then you really have to do some reflection. And if it's them, then you may need to create some boundaries and refer them out to somebody else who can help them or let them do some of the work on their own. There's some people who really enjoy looking at houses, and it drives agents crazy. And so if you really expect, if you don't know where you're at in that process, we've all been there. We've all wanted to just sit in our car and cry and yeah. So, okay. Now, I'm a little older, and a lot of real estate agents are, so here's what, they're really related to me. Standing back up after getting the keys out of the I'm just going to need a minute. You know, I try to put lock boxes in convenient places because I need access more than anybody. Sometimes you get a lock box that's down the floor, but you have to reach around in between, and it's hard to get the lock box open. So sometimes that's not, I can swim, an hour. I'll swim an hour today. I can do a 100-meter butterfly. I feel like my cardio is pretty good, but sometimes getting a lockbox can be the physical challenge of the day. So that's how I feel sometimes as well. Okay, next one. This one's hysterical. When you make an offer on a house that's been on the market for 100 days and the agent tells you they have multiple offers, you want to say, what's going on? No, I was this agent. I had a listing that's been on the market for about 30 days. And we did get multiple offers, but as I told the agent, it's because we purposely kept the property, the offers off. We didn't have keys inside the property. We wanted to have buyers have access to the property so they could go in and look at it before we consider their offer. I didn't want them to make blind offers and review them. I wanted them to make blind offers and then see the property. And if they wanted it, then we would consider their offer. So here we are, but most of the time, yeah, you have to have some explanation, otherwise it can be frustrating to think that, how is it that nobody looked at this house and all of a sudden everybody did? Okay. No, that one's not that funny. Oh, this is a good one. So I don't really know how tape measures work. I know there's an edge here and there's a little bit of, in anything in life, there's always a little bit of, tolerance or mistake or how it works. So you can see the ones don't line up, the twos don't line up. This is why I have trust issues. Oh, and Zestimates. Yeah, Zestimates, Zillow's estimates is a favorite topic for all real estate agents to complain about and I think for a lot of us, it's like when they first come out, we were so excited. And hey, Michael Zwick, how you doing? I saw you on LinkedIn earlier today. We're doing memes here, so you have a good meme, put it in the chat box. I'll put it up. Anybody who's watching live, I see if you're watching this on a live stream, put it in a chat, and we'll be glad to respond. Let me just respond to Michael Zwick and say, hey, Michael, what's up? Oh, I went to YouTube. Well, okay, you can't really do much on LinkedIn. Okay, anyhow. So yeah, as estimates, so we've all been kind of disappointed with how that worked out, but at the end of the day, it's a business, so you just can't take it too personal. Okay, here's one. We all fantasize in every business. What can we do to people who no-show, right? The vendor no-shows, the repairman no-shows, or the customer no-shows. So here's a meme where this is what the punishment should be if you cancel an appointment with me after I've been driving for 30 minutes and I literally just pull into the driveway. So we've all had, as real estate agents, you meet at the customer's house and they cancel it right as you pull up. That's always kind of one of the things that happens. You call people the day before to confirm, you send a text, you send an email, you call the morning of, no response, you show up. Yes, it'd be fun to beat those people with a stick, but I think they beat themselves. So there you go. Okay, next. Now, this one, I don't know if I can say this or not. Is Karen's now a racial slur? I don't know. But a large group of Karens is called a homeowner association. Homeowner associations, I'll tell you my latest story. I had one. I'm a smart listing agent. I know that don't put the sign up on your listing in a condo without reviewing the rules. Now, customers want you to put the sign up. Signs help sell properties. Signs help agents market themselves more, but customers expect it. So I know, I call the association, I ask for the rules, they send me the rules, I look at it, it has no rules on listing signs. It doesn't open house signs, none on listing signs. So I'm a sign company, put up a standard size sign. The next day I get a phone call, hey, your sign violates the rules. And I said, well, there's no rule. You sent me the rules, like the same guy I talked to the other day, and there's no rule on the sign. The sign, that's a standard size sign according to the sign company. And he said, well, you have the rules. And I said, well, but I'm okay taking it down, but it's not fair to my customer. They're a member of the association as well. The association doesn't have any rules. So he called me the next day and said they had an emergency meeting. They have a new rule, and there can't be signs, or they have to be smaller, or some nonsense like that. And so I'm just trying to wonder who would have an emergency meeting over a real estate sign in front of a property. People who are in homeowner associations. It's really, I think if you're very careful, you buy into it. When I have a listing and they ask me questions, like animals, there's rules, size of animals, and oftentimes they're not clear. Sometimes they'll say no larger than 20 pounds. Sometimes it will say small dogs. Sometimes it will say as long as the dogs aren't rambunctious. Well, that concerns me because if it says not rambunctious and you get a wrong person in your association, you're going to have a meeting in your hands. So, okay, as realtors, we all come across non-compliant issues. Here's one. What the heck is that plumbing all about? Or wiring or whatever it is. I don't even know what it is. But we've all come across something like that. So, yeah, and so feel free to send yours in. Okay, and I love this one too. I love this one. So you ask, and I get asked this, but we talk to the seller and say, okay, well, what do you think your house is worth? They give you a number. And you say, well, how did you come up with it? It's like Wheel of Fortune. You spin it, and they want the highest number because they think that's what's going to sell the house or get the most money. So that's what it feels like when they tell you that. Like, my job is to look at the data and help a customer understand the market. Ultimately, the customer has to decide what they want to sell their house for, and I do try to be respectful of that. But you often wonder, and you ask the question, how did you come up with it? And they do make it sound like it's the price is right. And the price is right, if I remember correctly, the rules are it's the closest without going over. And when a seller goes over, of course, that's going to be a problem. So that's the issue. Okay, so where are we at? So here's one. Some deals you just fight and fight and fight and fight and fight. That feeling when you finally close the deal after months of negotiations and paperwork. Yeah, the quiet sleep, the rest. The truth is, for me, it's the opposite. I love the drama. I love the process. And so when the deal closes, I'm kind of bored. Like, now what do I do? I've been so engaged in this deal for so long. It's hard to believe it's gone. Sometimes I'll call the customer the next day or two, just say, hey, the drama's over now. How you doing? So anyhow, there you go. Okay. Where are we at here? Next one is... No, we'll skip that one. Some realtors get so upset when customers use different agents. My closing gift when my friends notice me as the realtor. I have a particular friend that just takes it so personal when a customer doesn't choose them. And I've had it happen many times. I mean, I think it's a mistake, but whatever. People are entitled to make mistakes. Or they list with their agent and the other agent's offering a lower commission. Oh my gosh, they go nuts on that. So they love to put a sign saying, "Welcome home, cheater." Yeah, that's not really the best business practice, I don't think. I think the best thing to do is just to move on and not take it personal. So, um, here's another one. It's a tight market for inventory. I'm a listing agent. I don't really work with buyers much, but I do know the feeling of buyers agents when they see a new property on the market. I just saw a new listing pop up at the real estate agents. We drive it on. Yeah. You can't get too excited. A new listing comes on the market. It's great, and you want to get involved in it, but it's it's a process. Okay, next. And again, on the theme, today's theme, I think, is what happens when they don't choose you. Here's one: when you show 37 homes and they buy new without you. Now, it's funny this comes up because one of my new team members, Sherry, shout out to Sherry, Minnesota, is getting involved with new home building. I do think it's great for realtors. There are builders now in this market who are cooperating with real estate agents. I do think, and Ben, locally in the Inland Empire, I do think it's important to learn the local inventory of new home building and be able to offer them to your clients if you're working with buyers. And that way you get paid. And I think also you serve your customer, which is important. So there's two things here that are wrong, I think, with this realtor. One is showing 37 homes means you probably didn't do your job of finding what they're looking for. And second, if they buy new, it just tells you they're looking for something that wasn't in the marketplace and that you should learn that product. But that look, that's a classic look for a realtor who finds that out. So, okay, I think we've gone about 10 minutes, so I think we're going to wrap it up here. Hope you had fun. If you have a real estate meme, put it in the chat and or post it in the Real Estate Humor Facebook group. We do this every Wednesday morning at 8 o'clock to get our hump day started. I'm Bill Gross. I'm on social media at Bill Gross Probate. And I'd love to see you if I can help in any way. As always, make today your best day ever. Thanks so much.